Hello and welcome. We're going to look at the March 2019 paper 3, and with a particular focus we're going to look at the web page component, task 2. So the first bit, you will be given some files. If I open up this folder, which you can download, it's got a load of files that you'll need in this task. First one, it says open the file M1931 evidence RTF, which I've just done, and it says make sure your name and candidate number appear on every page in the header. So we can just go view, which is okay, so we've got design and layout here. As we go insert, header, and we can actually choose the middle one. And all we need to put are names. So if I put my full name, you put your candidate number, so I'll just put 1, 2, 3, 4, and then your center number, so it might be VN001, and then I'll double click. And because I've got that on there, it will appear on every single page in the header. I then save it with the name that it tells me. Okay, so when you save it, it tells me the name to call it, and I need to put M1931 evidence with the candidate number at the end. And so I'll just put 999 as an example, and make sure you change this to Word, because rich text format only has text, it doesn't include images and others, so Word is better there. So we'll upgrade that, yes. Then we come back. We need to place all our screenshots and your answers in this evidence document. And then going down, task 2, web page. You will evaluate a web page designed for children aged 2 to 3 to help with them identify colors. When they click on a word, the name of the color is output through speakers and the color appears in the circle. The web page looks like this. So this is what the web page looks like. Evaluate the web page for the intended audience, which is 2 to 3 year olds, and you need to write this in your evaluation. So just to show you what was written, I'm just going to uncover in black. And so for younger children, okay, text can't be read by the age group. Okay, the writing is very small. Text is very small, so it can't be read. It's quite okay. Too many colours. I can't see the colours there. It's grey. Complex text, turquoise. We've got a word here, 2 to 3. That's quite complex. Not intuitive. Better to click on the colour. Okay, so here, when they click on a word, the name of the color is output. Better to click on the color because it would be easy, especially 2 to 3 year olds. You would have maybe a color purple instead of purple, but you might have the color purple and the word. Text reader relates sound to the word. Okay. So these are some evaluation here. You need about 4 of those. The next part is a look at the web development layers. And there are different layers associated. So we'll have a brief look at this. I'll put that to the side there. And we'll have a quick look and I'll go through what they mean. So it says select the most appropriate web layer to set the background of all pages in the website, create a hyperlink in other web pages, collapse all borders, and enlarge an image when the user hovers their cursor. So if I just change the color, when it's talk about background color of all the pages, we're talking about the presentation, how it looks. When we talk about creating hyperlinks to another web page, this is about the structure, because of course hyperlinks are linking page to page. So it's a structure, how the pages are linked together, how they're created. So it's structure or content. Collapse all table borders, again, that's about the look, how the page looks. So that's presentation. And then enlarge an image when the user hovers over the cursor, over it. The key word there is the user hovers the cursor. This means there's some sort of interaction from the user with the page. So when I hover over the white, then it should then, it will then output to the speakers white, or the word white. So this is all about behaviors. Okay, so anything interaction, it's all about behaviors because there's some sort of coding involved. Okay, so any interaction, any sort of coding, anything that looks like there's some sort of coding being done, that is behaviors. Where it's the look and the feel of the page, the table, the colors, the size of the font, the tables, that's all about presentation. And when we talk about how the web page is made and how it's structured, that's all about structure and the content. So that's about the hyperlinks. So let's just go on to page 3 and our main task. You work for Hothouse Design and will develop web pages for a small British company called Glorious Gardens. Efficient markup and style sheets must be used. All color codes must be hexadecimal. Create a new folder called _HTML. So I need to go back into my folder, minimize that, go back in this folder, and we'll create a new folder called _HTML. Locate the following files and store them in this folder. So I need apple, camellia, cherry, forsythia, GGG logo, GGG style, GGG text, and lilac. And we could drag and drop into this folder. Then open and resize the image lilac. So I can go into this folder, find lilac, and I'm going to right click and I'm going to open with a free piece of software called paint.net. And it'll open it up like this. And the question basically says, resize it so it's 672 pixels wide, 896 high. So we go image, and we can resize it. We can flip it if we want. We can flip it horizontally. I don't want to do that. I can rotate it. In this case, I want to resize it. And it comes up. Aspect ratio means that when I change the width, it will automatically change the height. If I don't want to do that, I untick this. Okay, so 672. 672. 896. Yeah. By maintaining, it automatically changes the height. If I didn't want that, I could change this and put like that. Okay, so I could untick it. But in this case, 896. Okay. Then I press OK, and it will change the size. Save the picture with save the image with the file name lilac1. So we need to go File, Save As, always save as, and we save as lilac1 because you'll use that later. And we go press OK. Next, remove the left and the right to make of the image to make it 271 pixels wide and 896 pixels high, like this. So we need to remove some of this picture. And you can see that it's going to remove both of it. More or less, we're focusing on this picture, on the actual flower. So I need to select. So I need to select rectangle select. And I can select it like this. Okay. And I can then go image, crop to selection. Now, I do need to change the image size. So if I go here, it's 291. Now, if I go back, it says 271. So I could just press 271. Actually, if I press 271, it changes my height. I don't want that. I need it 896 in height. So I untick this and just put 271. And it will keep my height the same. So I press OK. It keeps it the same. It looks the same. Go back. Save the image as lilac2. So I need File, Save As, and this time I call this lilac2. Press OK. I go back. Display the contents of your GG.html folder, showing the folder name, all file names, extensions, file sizes, and image dimensions. Okay, so I need to close this and open up this. So I need to have folder name, which is this one, which is good. So I need to open up the GG.html, which is this one, which is good. Showing all file names. Yes, okay, fine. Extensions, file sizes, image dimensions. Oh, it's only showing my file names. I need to go to View and I need to go to Details. So this should show. Okay, let's just have it. Names. It's not showing me the file extensions. Oh, yes, it is. It's got the file extensions down here. Good. Okay. File sizes. Yes. And image dimensions. I can click on here, go File, Show. I can say File Name Extension, so it shows me that. It shows me content. There we are. Look at that, even better. If I go Content, it now shows me the file name with the extension. It tells me the type as well as the extension. It shows me the dimension, and it shows me the size. And I need to just make sure I show the whole thing. So I can scroll it down. Go to Snippet Tool. And then we just take a screenshot of this. You should take a screenshot. And then you paste this into the third evidence. Okay, place your screenshot down here. You don't need to change the size. We can save it just to make sure. And now we go back. Next, create a web page called spring.htm. So I need to open up Microsoft Expression. So this is Microsoft Expression. I'm going to File and Save As. Oops. And I'm going to save this. Make sure you save this in the same folder. So I'm going to find where I saved this, which is ggg_HTML. I need to put spring.htm and we save. And the next part I need to do is I need to create, it says here, the web page must work in all browsers, so browser, Google Chrome, Firefox, Internet Edge, and we'll have a table structure as shown below. Each table cell is identified with a letter and all dimensions are in pixels. The letters and dimensions shown in the table must not appear on your final web page. All table borders must be visible and have a width of 2 pixels. It then goes on to 7, place in cell A the text. Well, it doesn't tell me to, but I need to create this table because I can't do number 7 without the table created. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows and 1, 2, 3 columns. So I go Table, Insert. I want 6 rows and 3 columns. Over here, we know the width of this is going to be 800 here. Okay, we could change this later, but I think this is going to be 800. So that's reasonable. We know that. So I can specify 800. It's currently in percent, so we want pixels. If I go back, it says all table borders must be visible and have a width of 2. Okay, so borders 0, I need to change this to 2. Color, we want to have black. Okay, we can change the color. And if you want to change cell padding, I can change this here or here. In this case, it doesn't tell me to have any cell padding. There's no cell padding there. So I can change that to 0. And if you want to have a background color, I can add a background color as well, or I can have a picture. So I can say use a background picture and then find the picture. Okay, I'm not going to use one, I'm just going to untick this. And then press OK. So here's my table. Now, if we have a look, the first and the last row are merged. One is 100 height, the other is 150. So I can highlight these, right click, and we go modify, merge, right click, and then we go to cell properties, and I need to change the height to pixels to 100. Same with the bottom, select, right click, modify, merge cells, and then we do the same again. And we can cell properties, height, this time this will be, make sure it says pixels, 150. Again, we can tell it if we want it to be centered, left or right here. And we can press OK, and that makes that. We've then got D, which is merged, 275 by 900. So I'm going to highlight these, right click, modify, merge, and then right click, cell properties, select these two, make sure it says pixels, 275 to 900. Press OK, and that just makes it bigger. Okay, and now we just need to check these ones. Okay, cell properties, Always check everything. These should be 300, 225. I wonder if I can highlight them. So I can highlight them. Let's try and highlight at the same time. $300, 225, and we do the same here. Middle one, we just make sure we change the width. Really important. Right click, cell properties, again select these. We go back and 225 by 225. These will both be the same, and then press OK. So now we have our thing. I think as it's centered, we'll probably want to have it centered. So I can right click, table properties. It looks like it's centered, so I want to align it centered on the page. Like so, so it is centered. Now let's go back. So we've made it look like this. You can add the letters on if you want. Place in cell A the text spring flowering trees and shrubs. Spring flowering trees and shrub. Spring flowering trees and shrubs. Make sure you spell it exactly. Are they capital letters? No. Set this style as H1, which is heading 1. And we just go up here and we can select the different styles. So paragraph is normal and there are different styles of heading. Ordered is numbered, unordered is bullet point. And I want it as heading, so it puts it like this. Then we go place in C, F, H, and J, which is the middle one. We want to say apple, camellia, cherry, and forsythia. Apple, camellia, cherry, forsythia, okay. Set this to H2. Just shift it up, there we are, and select H2, like so. Then we go back. Then we need DBEG, which is D is the big one, BEGI, it's down the side, so BEGI, so D needs to have a lilac too. So I can go insert, find picture from file, and we find the picture. Make sure we go to the right place, and we want lilac. We want to have lilac 2. Make sure you select the right one. And this is important because this is alternate text. Sometimes you have to add some text there. So if the web page can't find the picture, then some text will appear instead of the broken image. So we can write lilac on here, and it will just put some writing if that doesn't appear. Okay. Next we can go over here, and we then go, it goes apple, so we want all the different ones here. So we get insert picture from file, and we find the different pictures. Apple, and again, add an alternative text. Okay, insert, this is Camellia. Okay, then we go down to Cherry. Add the alternative text then. And then finally, we go to Picture and File, and we want Forsythia. Add the alternative text. So if the picture it can't find it, we'll put alternative text. Okay. Resize each image to 290 wide. It made it a bit, as you saw when you added the pictures, it made the cells a bit bigger. Resize each of these so it's 290 wide. Okay. So I need to go back in. And if I right click, I can go to Picture Property. And if I go to Appearance, I should be able to change the width. So here we go. Width here, I can just go 290, which says pixel. And obviously change the aspect ratio. So here, it doesn't tell me to change the height, so I can go Appearance, keep aspect ratio off. So 290, height 250. Okay, so it just sort of merges a bit there. Again, Appearance, it just tells us to change the picture. Oh no, it does say while maintaining aspect ratio, so I do need to maintain. So tick this, make sure I maintain aspect ratio, so keep that ticked. Okay. So I know it was 217. Let's just change that. Okay, so that's just been maintaining the aspect ratio there. Here again, right click, Picture Property, and we can change the size. So maintain 290. Okay, and the same with the bottom. Right click, Picture Property, Appearance, and then we can change 290. Okay, like so. Let's just go back. So you change that. You can also change it in your markup. If I go to code, I can also see what this looks like in the form of HTML. And if I find my, I can find the table. So these are my rows here. So this is my row. And within the row there are cells. And so the first cell, it's telling me our 300 pixels. 225 pixels height. So now our picture is here, and this is our alternative text if you can't find. And we've got the height, and we've got the width, and the actual file. So you can see on here we have already, it's got the code that is correct. You can write the code up, and it will appear. Going back, placing cell K, which is the bottom one, we need to add the text from the file ggg text dot text. So if I go back, and I find this file, I need to add all this, so copy this, and I paste it in the bottom, like so. And it tells us to replace the text, insert your name, candidate number, and center number here with your name, center number, and candidate number, and set it as H3. So I can remove this, and I can put my name. Obviously, you put your name, your candidate number, and I'm just going to put the center number. I don't know if that's right, but that's, and I'm going to just highlight all the text and go to the styles, and we'll change this to H3. Okay, so this is heading style 3. Then make only the text link a hyperlink to send an email message to, and you want to send it to this email here. Okay, so make only the text link, okay, one that says link is in italics, as a hyperlink. So we need to find this text link, and we can go to insert and hyperlink. Now there are different types you can do. We can have to an existing file a web page. So I can select a web page, for example. So I could call this summer.htm, and it will then press OK, and it will create a link to another web page. I could click target frame, and I could say, I want, when I click on that link, I want it to open up as a new window. Okay, and I could call this maybe underscore blank, or I could say summer, I could just say new window. Okay, like so. Press OK, and it will link it to summer.html as a new target frame. I can also create a link to a bookmark, which I'll show you later, and I can create an email. So if I paste this in, so it's going to mail to here, and the subject will be Ask the Expert. Okay, like so. Press OK, and it's created a link, an email link to that place. Make sure appropriate text is displayed if an image is not available. What that means, again, was the alternative text. So if I right click on this image, so if I right click on the picture, there we are, go down picture properties, it just means if it's not available to add alternate text, which this will show cherry. Okay, so we've done that. Attach the style sheet GGG style.css to your web page. Save your web page in your GGG_HTML folder. So you go back and you need to attach a style sheet. Okay. So if I go Format, CSS Styles, I can then attach the style sheet. And I can then browse for that style sheet, and then I find it, press OK, and then as soon as that attaches, it's now changed the look, the presentation of my page. Okay, so this is our presentation. Okay, we've just changed the presentation, and the link down here is our structure. Okay, we don't have any interactivity on this page. Okay, but yeah, we've got this, and it's just added our style, and we can file and we can save it. You will now create a second style sheet using the most efficient syntax, which basically means the most efficient coding. Make sure your style sheet does not contain any HTML. So to do this, we need to create a new style sheet with starting GGG with our candidate number. So to do that, I can just go File, New, and I need CSS. Style sheets are CSS. web pages are HTML. So we want a CSS, and I want to file and save this as GGG9999 as if that is my candidate number .css. Press save, and it'll save it. This has now got .css because this is going to be the style sheet. .html, this is the web page. Go back. Place your name, candidate number, and center number as a comment at the bottom of this style sheet. So this will be at the bottom. Okay. So if I just put this at the bottom, you can normally use symbols, so slash and a star means a comment, and I can then put the candidate number and then the center number, and then I could just put star hash, and if I start typing, it'll be back to normal. Okay, so that has to be at the bottom, and you'll get marked for the position. Okay, edit the style sheet so the image GGGG logo becomes the single background image placed at the top right of each page. All tables are left aligned in the browser, and all table borders are visible and 2 pixels wide. Okay, so we need to then make some edits here. So we need to make the image GGG logo.png becomes the single background image placed at the top right of each page. So coming back to here, we can go back, and I need to create a new style. So go to, so down the bottom corner, there's apply styles and there's manage styles. We can go to new style, and we open up this window here. We want this in the background, so we can choose loads of different styles here. We can even change the heading, for example. Okay, but we want the background, this one. And there's not one called background, but the one we want is body. And the reason why we want body is because body is like the main section of everything. Okay, we can then go background, and we want to add a background image. So I go browse, we want our logo. Okay, great. Now at the moment it shows a preview, and it's showing it repeated. I don't want it repeated, so which one is it? So background color, no, background. So we could change the color if you want, but background repeat. So I can say no repeat. Great. But it also said, okay, it said the image becomes the single background image. Okay, fine. Single, so not repeated, placed at the top right of each page. Okay, so I need to find where I position it. So the top right. So we have X and Y. So X is across, and so we need X to be on the right. Y is up and down, and we need it to be top. So top right. Top right. Okay. Okay, so that's fine. And I can then press OK. That adds a new style, and we can see that down here. It's added it after this, so I need to put that up there and make sure this goes underneath. Then I go new style, and the next part is telling me to all tables are left aligned. Okay, so we need to find the table. So I look for tables, and we want the tables to be left aligned. So I think that's position, and I want it to be left aligned. Now that's not showing me. Oh, it's got table here. That could be right. Position, layout. Let's have a look. So it doesn't look like there's something that says 0, okay, or it doesn't say something like left. So how can we have it left? Well, there is position, and it does show width, height, top, right. I think this is about width. This is about width of our of where it appears. Layout, say 0, okay. Well, no, actually that's the wrong one. Let's say 0 left, okay. No, that doesn't. You need something that will put the margin to the left. Okay, left 0%. Let's try that. So position, left 0%. Let's try that. And now we need all borders are visible. Okay, so all borders can be shown, and it's 2 pixels wide. Okay, so let's have a look. So we add a new one. And borders are, well, we get table. If we go table, it will have our outside borders. Okay, so we want all borders are visible. And they have to be solid. Solid, and they need to be 2. Okay, all borders, perfect. Now, if I do that, in fact, if I just do that, okay, let's cut that and paste that above here. Okay, and I'm going to save this. So save it, make sure new. So save your spreadsheet, attach it to your web page. Okay, save your style sheet, so save, and then attach it to your thing. So insert, so we go format, styles, apply, or not apply, format, styles, attach a style sheet. We want to find this new one. So you want to add this one here. Okay, now this is our new one, and it very clearly says it has a higher priority than GGG star. So I need this above it. Let's go back to format, styles. It says manage styles. Okay, let's see. I drag it. Okay, let's have a look. Format, styles. Oops. So if we go to code and we just go up, we can see the 2 stars here. Now let's just cut this and let's just add a space and put that there. Okay, save it. and we can now see that we've changed the order. So this, our new one, is above our old one. And if we go back to design, it will now put it in. So we can now see our logo in the top right, which is fine, which is good. And it is the background image. We've got our table. Oh, wait there. Our border is 2 pixels, but what about the inside border? It's not showing me a border. Why is that? Let's go back to our style sheet. So table borders will give me outside. What about inside borders? Let's go to new style. And there is an inside borders, and it's TD. These are our cell borders. Okay, so we choose our TD, go to borders, and we choose solid. And then we choose 2 pixels, and then I press OK. And I make sure this is above this here. Okay, let's save it, go back. Now, I have another feeling there's another problem. Okay, let's go back and view this. So I have a feeling it's all tables are left aligned. It's not left aligned. But let's display the web page in your browser. So at the moment it's displayed in Expression. It's not in a browser. Okay, we can't see this. If I print screen this, we'll get 0 marks. I need to paste it in a browser. So I can open it up in Expression, in Edge, Firefox or Chrome. So I'm going to open it up in Edge, and this opens up. Okay, so it looks okay, but our table is not left aligned. So that's a problem there. We need to make this left aligned. And so we need to do something here. To make this, all tables are left aligned. So if I come back, and I need to have a look. So I've got table here, but obviously that's not doing something. So let's have a look. New style. Or actually we can modify style. We've already got table. Let's try modify. So if I double click on it, I can right click and I can modify. There we go, I can modify. Let's see what other things there are about turning this left. So, this is about this size of thing. Let's have a look. This is padding. We don't need padding. This shows margin. Let's say we don't need the same for all. We just want it on the left. So if I say 0, and then let's just click on a different one. Border, style, solid, border width, margin, left. Okay. Okay, let's press OK. Let's save that. And let's go back to our browser and refresh. Okay. Let's just check table again. Right click, modify, and let's go back to border. Instead of being pixels, let's change to centimeters. Let's change the unit. Oh, no, I don't like that. So it was on pixels before. That was okay. Let's change to box. Let's change this to centimeters. What happens? Does that do anything? Okay, so hopefully that will change it to 0 centimeters to the left. Save. And then I can refresh it. Now I'm wondering, when we did the cell, let's just go go back onto our web page and just go table properties. We did tell it alignment center. Let's just call it default, because that center might be overwriting what we had. So if we press OK, then save, go back in here and refresh, still does it. Okay, so it needs to, I should have done. So we said margin left 0. Okay. Okay, let's have another look. Position. See if that works. Save it, refresh. Not quite. Look at the mark scheme. It should actually be the margin. If it doesn't quite work, now if I showed you the mark scheme, it would work. Now if I go back into here, a bit of cheating here. Let's just go to table properties and say alignment. I can say left. If we'll move that to the left, if I save that, it will work like so. That puts it to the left. And if I actually showed you on the mark scheme what it should be down here, it should show margin dash left 0 centimeters. If I go back, margin dash left 0 centimeters, it's not doing it for some reason. However, we can cheat it a bit by just right clicking and then table properties and then just align to the left. That way it looks right to the examiner, perhaps not the correct way. Anyway, let's go back. So, display the web page to your browser. Okay, so I've displayed it to my browser like this, which is great. The text can all be read and the address bar is visible. Take a screenshot or screenshots of the web page of the browser window and place this in the evidence window. So all text is easily read, address bar is seen. Now, I could make it smaller, but I can't see everything. So what you might want to do is just take 2 screenshots. Okay, so I could take one maybe of this and take the whole thing. And then I've got Camellia, and then obviously I then take the other part, which is down here, and we can maybe just take a bit. I didn't get the like there. I can take the whole thing, so I can see it. 2 screenshots are fine. You could then see the whole thing. Okay, and oh. 2 screenshots are fine. Next, evidence 5. It tells me now to display the HTML source in your editor. Take a copy and place this in the evidence folder. So I need to go to the code, select all, copy, and just go into your evidence folder and paste it underneath. Okay, like so. That's what you have to do. Just copy and paste the whole thing. May look a lot, but that's what you have to do. Then we say display the star sheet. Take a copy of your new star sheet and place this in your evidence folder. So again, I go back, select the whole star sheet, and then paste it inside this part here. Okay, so all of it is now in, and that's the end. Okay, and I'm going to save that now, and then of course you move on to the next bit, which is spreadsheets. Thank you.